Tonight's newsmaker has been among the key people in advancing what could be the largest and most significant economic development projects in the Piedmont Triad in our lifetimes. Toyota's new more than $1 billion factory at the Greensboro-Randolph megasite. And while there's been a lot of talk about how this will affect the Piedmont Triad as a region, it will really be critical to the county in which Kevin Franklin lives and works. Heavy equipment's moving a lot of dirt these days in this part of the Piedmont Triad. There aren't many larger illustrations of the local economic future.
We truly don't have an understanding today where we sit of the long-term positive impact that we're going to see 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
This is the Greensboro-Randolph megasite where, within the next 3 years, if everything goes as planned, more than 1,700 Toyota employees will make hybrid and electric car batteries. So this is the site. 1,800 acres.
1,800 acres. That's right. Preparing about 1,000 of that.
It's been a long time coming for Kevin Franklin. He's the president of the Economic Development Commission in Randolph County, in which this entire project sits.
So the grading contractor is at work now, and they are preparing the pad for the first building site.
Franklin has seen firsthand what a project like this can do for an area. He grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, where in the early 90s, BMW built an auto manufacturing plant.
Thousands and thousands of direct jobs, which equates to then thousands of indirect jobs. Because BMW is there, that's a big international name. Folks know that they do their homework before they come to a community. And so if it's good enough for BMW, certainly it's good enough for them.
Franklin sees a similar impact here in Asheboro and Randolph County, where some of the legacy companies, like the historic Acme McCrary Hosiery Mill, whose multiple buildings and iconic smokestack have been a part of the Asheboro skyline for years, have closed. Franklin says those jobs are gone and not coming back. Is it safe to say that economic development in Randolph County now kind of hinges on this megasite?
The future of economic development has a lot to do with this megasite.
But every time Franklin walks into the lobby here at the Economic Development Commission office, he's reminded he can't forget the manufacturing companies still here. Everything you see here is made in Randolph County, from Energizer batteries to knit compression hosiery made by Elastic Therapy Incorporated, to the plastic containers made by a company called Technomark, which, with its 1,500 employees, is the county's largest employer behind the county school system.
They're continuing to create jobs. That's our base, and we want to make sure that that base is here and healthy and happy.
But once all this heavy equipment leaves, Toyota will become a major part of that manufacturing base. Franklin says a key to keeping it healthy and happy will be making sure the new businesses that'll supply this new plant with parts and other materials have the facilities they need. Randolph County has limited vacant industrial properties that can serve supply chain or other manufacturers. Why is that, and how are you addressing that?
It's a great problem to have because that tells us that business is strong and that our manufacturing base that's here already is very strong. They've soaked up all of that available inventory. The challenge is, obviously, we don't have much to offer if somebody's looking for a building.
So Franklin's working to promote Asheboro and the county in a way that'll be attractive to future developers who might be interested in building those buildings. But that's not the only priority when it comes to Toyota and its employees. How many of those workers do you expect will live in Randolph County, and do you have the housing for them?
In the area of the county where the megasite is, we're getting calls regularly from residential developers looking for land, looking for opportunities to build out for housing. On the northwest side of the county, in the Archdale Trinity area, which is still a 30-minute drive, certainly within driving distance of the plant, there have been probably close to 2,000 new housing units that have been approved, and so that build-out is continuing.
And in the meantime, Franklin is continuing to look forward to the future ripple effect of this project, which could be transformational.
Yes, the investment is fantastic, and that helps with the tax base, and a lot of things can be done because of that investment, but when you're creating those jobs that have those high wages, you're making a real difference in the lives of individuals.
And these jobs will have a median salary of more than $62,000 a year. Franklin admits finding people to fill those jobs, given the current challenges in the labor market, is a big concern, but he says it's why Randolph Community College and Guilford Tech, as well as the local school systems, are planning to ramp up training for these future Toyota workers. He also told me he and others are working on several sites in the county right now that might be attractive to companies that'll help supply Toyota. Construction on that Toyota plant is set to start next month. To read more about this project, including the big lesson Franklin and other local economic developers learned when Toyota Mazda decided in 2018 not to build a plant at that mega site, look for this story in the Newsmakers section of our website, myfox8.com.